trauma is defined as a loss of trust in the body. You define it first as a loss of trust, and then a loss of trust in the body. And the reason for that is that most of our disappointments, violations, letdowns in life that get set in the brain and just seem to be like unmovable are those that happen to us early on in life. And I'm talking about from womb to about age 8, maybe a little past that. And so then what happens is before the age of 8, the only, the largest coping tools that you have to deal with something that isn't working for you, physically, mentally, or emotionally, is going to be the self-protective responses of fight, flight, and freeze for the most part. Fight, flight, freeze, and just add one, fold. Meaning that those are bodily responses. Those are brainstem responses. And so when I say then trauma is a loss of trust in the body, because those are bodily responses and not mental responses, your mental capacities don't start to really come online till age 8, when the neocortex starts to form more deeply. And then they don't really come fully online till what age do you think later might be the age? We say, okay, now this person has the capacity to kind of think for themselves.
18, 20? Yeah.
Exactly, 18 to 21, things start coming online more. And then that person now has the capacity to start making their own decisions for things, and to be able to see the consequences of the future, which is part of what the cortex does. Its job is to see that and to get along with people. So prior to that, we're really dealing with some deep programs in the body that are your programs of survival, that are like good programs of survival. The fight, flight, freeze, and they're meant to help you to regulate certain things, right? To be able to stand up to things in the fight, or to be able to get away in flight, or to be able to freeze, to shut down, to move away from something when it's just not time to deal with that thing straight on. So, like grief would be one of those times. It's just not time to, go straight into something when you're in the middle of that kind of process, which is a normal process of life. So we use goals and gauges, and then what we'll do next time is we'll talk about one of the best tests you can do for yourself to develop trust in your body.